Hey there, Srinidhi. Welcome to our personalized podcast episode on holographic displays. I'm Safan, and I'm joined by my brilliant co-host, Bob. We're thrilled to have you here with us today.
Absolutely, Srinidhi. It's a pleasure to share my research and insights with you on this fascinating topic. You know, holographic displays have been gaining significant traction in modern technology, and for good reason. These innovative systems are revolutionizing the way we interact with digital content, creating immersive experiences that blur the line between the virtual and the real. In fact, according to a recent market report, the global holographic display market is projected to reach a staggering $3.45 billion by 2028, with a compound annual growth rate of 23.8%.
Wow, that's impressive growth. So what exactly will we be covering in today's episode?
Great question, Sofan. In today's episode, we'll be diving deep into the world of holographic displays. We'll start by exploring the fundamentals, including the basic principles behind the technology and its fascinating history. Then, we'll delve into the latest advancements, discuss cutting-edge technological innovations, and examine practical applications like setting up a holographic office. By the end of this episode, Srinidhi, you'll have a comprehensive understanding of holographic displays and their incredible potential.
Sounds like we've got a lot of ground to cover. Let's get started.
All right, Srinidhi, let's begin by understanding the fundamentals of holographic displays. At its core, a holographic display uses the principle of light diffraction to create three-dimensional images. It's a fascinating process that involves manipulating light waves to generate an illusion of depth and realism.
Could you explain that a bit more? How exactly does light diffraction work in holographic displays?
Certainly. You see, a holographic display works by projecting light onto a special surface called a spatial light modulator. This surface is covered with tiny pixels that can be individually controlled to alter the phase and amplitude of the light waves. By carefully manipulating these light waves, the display can create the illusion of a three-dimensional object floating in space. It's a complex process, but the result is truly mesmerizing. Now, let's take a step back and look at the history of holographic displays. The concept of holography was first developed by a brilliant scientist named Dennis Gabor in the 1940s. Gabor's groundbreaking work laid the foundation for the field, and he even won the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1971 for his invention. However, it wasn't until the 1960s that we saw some major breakthroughs in holography.
Oh, interesting. What kind of breakthroughs are we talking about?
Well, in the 1960s, two researchers named Emmett Lath and Jura Supotnieks developed a technique called off-axis holography. This was a crucial development that made practical applications of holography possible. Their work involved using a laser and an off-axis approach to create the first laser transmission hologram of a 3D object. It was a remarkable achievement that paved the way for further advancements in the field. Around the same time, a Russian scientist named Yuri Denisyuk made significant contributions to holography by combining it with the work of Gabriel Lippmann in natural color photography. Denisyuk's technique produced white light reflection holograms that could be viewed in ordinary light. And in the 1970s, Stephen Benton invented white light transmission holography, which allowed holograms to be viewed in ordinary white light, creating a rainbow image.
Wow, that's a lot of historical context. But what about modern holographic displays? What makes them so immersive?
Great question, Sofan. Two crucial components of modern holographic displays are spatial light modulators and light field displays. Palmer Luckey, the founder of Oculus VR, emphasizes the importance of these technologies in creating immersive experiences. Spatial light modulators, as I mentioned earlier, are the surfaces that control the light waves to create the holographic effect. They allow for precise manipulation of the light, enabling high-resolution and realistic holograms. Light field displays, on the other hand, capture and reproduce the light rays emanating from a scene. This technology mimics how light behaves in the real world, allowing for more natural-looking holograms with accurate depth perception and parallax. When combined, spatial light modulators and light field displays create an incredibly immersive and lifelike holographic experience.
It sounds like holographic displays have come a long way. but I imagine there are still some challenges and limitations, right?
Absolutely, Sofan. Despite the incredible progress we've made, holographic displays still face several hurdles. Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Meta Platforms, highlights some of these challenges. One major issue is the high production costs associated with creating high-quality holograms. The advanced hardware and software required can be expensive and complex to develop. Another challenge is the technical constraints involved in processing and transmitting holographic data in real time. Holograms require a tremendous amount of computational power to render and display, which can be difficult to achieve with current technology. The sheer volume of data involved in holographic displays also poses significant signal processing challenges, as the system needs to handle and synchronize multiple data streams simultaneously.
I see. So while holographic displays hold immense potential, there's still work to be done to overcome these limitations.
Precisely, Sofan. But the good news is that researchers and innovators around the world are actively working on solutions to these challenges. With each passing year, we're seeing new breakthroughs and advancements that are pushing the boundaries of what's possible with holographic technology. From improved algorithms for data compression to more efficient processing techniques, the field is constantly evolving. And that's just the beginning, Srinidhi. In the next section, we'll explore some of the cutting-edge advancements in holographic displays that are truly mind-blowing. From enhanced image quality and increased accessibility to innovative applications across various industries, there's so much to discover. So, buckle up and get ready for a wild ride into the future of holographic technology. So, let's dive into some of the incredible advancements in holographic display technology. Researchers at the University of Cambridge developed a groundbreaking method called three-dimensional scattering-assisted dynamic holography, or 3D SDH. This technique achieves a depth resolution that's more than 3 orders of magnitude greater than the current state-of-the-art methods for multiplane holographic projection. It's opening up a whole new world of possibilities for creating highly detailed and realistic 3D holograms that can be used in virtual reality and other applications. And you know what's really fascinating? The role of microlenses in improving holographic displays. Researchers have been developing composite microlens arrays with electrically tunable focal lengths, allowing them to capture 3D images with improved depth of field. They do this by adjusting the focal lengths of the microlenses to accommodate different object distances. Additionally, work on lens-free super-resolution holographic microscopy, leveraging wetting film-induced microlens effects, has enhanced the performance of holographic imaging. It's like peering into a whole new dimension of detail and clarity.
That's impressive. How are these advancements being applied in real-world scenarios?
Well, the integration of artificial intelligence in holographic displays is taking interactive experiences to a whole new level. HoloConnect's HoloBox, as mentioned in their recent press release, captures a subject's image and projects it into a specially designed box, creating a 3-dimensional hologram customized with AI-powered graphics and atmospheric effects. Similarly, HoloTube AI offers conversational holograms that can inform customers and present products through voice requests or hand gestures, as detailed on their website. These AI-driven holographic experiences are revolutionizing industries like hospitality, healthcare, and retail. But that's not all. Researchers are continuously improving light field displays and spatial light modulators, leading to more realistic and interactive holograms. For instance, a recent study by a team at Stanford University developed a device that uses a custom-built optical element to filter light and create larger, high-fidelity holographic images, as reported in the journal Nature Communications. This technology has the potential to truly transport us into virtual worlds that feel just as real as the physical world around us. It's important to note that these advancements are not just about the technology itself, but also about the impact they can have on society as a whole. Holographic displays have the potential to make information and experiences more accessible to people from all walks of life. They could transform education, making it more engaging and immersive for students. They could revolutionize healthcare, enabling doctors to visualize and interact with patient data in new and innovative ways. And let's not forget about the entertainment industry. Holographic displays could create entirely new forms of storytelling and entertainment, blurring the lines between the real and the virtual. Imagine watching a movie where the characters and environments seem to come to life right in front of you, or playing a video game where you're fully immersed in the world of the game. Of course, with any new technology, there are also challenges and ethical considerations to keep in mind. As holographic displays become more prevalent, we'll need to think carefully about issues like privacy, security, and the potential for misuse. We'll need to develop standards and regulations to ensure that this technology is used responsibly and ethically.
That's a great point, Bob. It's important to approach these advancements with both excitement and caution.
Absolutely. And that's why it's so important to have these conversations and to stay informed about the latest developments in holographic technology. By understanding the potential and the challenges, we can work together to shape a future where holographic displays are used to enhance our lives and bring people closer together. So, Srinidhi, I hope this deep dive into the cutting-edge advancements in holographic technology has given you a glimpse into the incredible possibilities that lie ahead. From dynamic, ultra-high-density 3D holographic projections to AI-driven interactive experiences, the future of holographic displays is looking brighter than ever. And as we continue to push the boundaries of what's possible, I have no doubt that we'll see even more groundbreaking advancements in the years to come. You know, Srinidhi, the transformative applications of holographic technology are truly remarkable. Take the entertainment industry, for instance. Holographic displays are creating immersive experiences that engage audiences like never before. Live events and concerts are leveraging this technology to bring artists and performers closer to their fans, creating unforgettable moments. And it's not just about the spectacle. Holographic displays are opening up new avenues for storytelling and interactivity. In cinemas, moviegoers can now be part of the narrative, with holographic elements blurring the boundaries between the screen and the audience. Video games, too, are harnessing the power of holograms to create more engaging and immersive gameplay experiences. There's a fascinating case study from the Hologram Zoo in Brisbane, Australia. It's a unique attraction where visitors can interact with holographic representations of wildlife in a lifelike environment. Imagine coming face-to-face with a majestic elephant or observing the behavior of a polar bear up close, all without any risk to the animals or the visitors. It's a testament to the educational and conservation potential of holographic technology.
That's incredible, Bob. But what about more practical applications, like in the field of healthcare?
Healthcare is another area where holographic displays are making significant strides. Surgeons are using this technology to enhance surgical planning and training. By visualizing detailed, three-dimensional images of a patient's anatomy, they can plan and execute procedures with greater precision and accuracy. It's a development that has the potential to improve patient outcomes and reduce complications. In the realm of diagnostics, holographic imaging is enabling medical professionals to visualize internal organs and tissues with unprecedented clarity. According to recent studies, this technology facilitates the early detection and diagnosis of diseases and conditions that might otherwise go unnoticed. The ability to examine a tumor or other abnormalities from every angle without the need for invasive procedures is a significant advancement in medical imaging. Moreover, holographic displays are paving the way for personalized medicine. By integrating patient-specific data with holographic visualization, doctors can create tailored treatment plans that take into account an individual's unique anatomy and health profile. It's a step towards truly individualized care that has the potential to revolutionize the way we approach healthcare.
That's fascinating, Bob. It's amazing to see how holographic technology is transforming healthcare in such meaningful ways.
Absolutely, Sofan. And the impact extends to education as well. Holographic displays are enabling interactive learning experiences that engage students on a whole new level. In STEM subjects, for example, students can manipulate and explore three-dimensional models of complex structures, from the intricacies of molecular biology to the inner workings of sophisticated machinery. It's a powerful tool for understanding abstract concepts and fostering hands-on learning. Collaborative learning is another area where holographic displays shine. Students can work together on projects, sharing and interacting with holographic content in real time. It promotes teamwork, problem-solving, and creative thinking in a way that traditional 2D interfaces simply can't match. In medical education, there's a compelling case study where holographic technology is being used to display life-size virtual patients. As noted in the research material, this allows students to observe subtle patient signs and symptoms that are difficult to discern on traditional 2D platforms. They can walk around the holographic patient, zoom in on specific areas, and interact with the virtual body in a way that closely mimics real-life clinical scenarios. It's a quantum leap in terms of preparing future healthcare professionals for the challenges they'll face in their careers.
Wow, Bob, that's truly groundbreaking. It's incredible to see how holographic displays are revolutionizing education and training across various fields.
Indeed, so fun. And let's not forget about the retail sector. Holographic displays are transforming the shopping experience in exciting ways. Retailers are using this technology to create captivating displays that draw in customers and create memorable experiences. Imagine walking by a store during the holiday season and being greeted by a lifelike holographic representation of a beloved character or mascot. It's a surefire way to capture attention and create a lasting impression. Holographic humans are also being employed as digital consultants and sales associates. They can provide product information, answer questions, and even offer personalized recommendations based on a customer's preferences. It's like having a knowledgeable salesperson at your fingertips without the pressure of human interaction. Interactive holographs are another game-changing application in retail. Customers can engage with products in a whole new way, exploring features, customizing options, and even virtually trying on items. It's a more immersive and informative shopping experience that can lead to higher customer satisfaction and sales. In fact, according to the research material, brands like Dior and Coca-Cola have seen significant sales boosts after incorporating hologram marketing into their campaigns. Dior experienced a remarkable 60% increase in sales of its J'adore perfume after launching a holographic display featuring a virtual Charlize Theron. Similarly, Coca-Cola saw a 12% rise in sales after introducing a holographic vending machine that allowed customers to interact with virtual characters. These examples demonstrate the tangible impact that holographic displays can have on consumer behavior and the bottom line.
Those are some impressive numbers, Bob. It's clear that holographic displays are making a real difference in the retail industry.
Absolutely, Srinidhi. And with all these transformative applications in mind, it's exciting to think about the future of work and how holographic technology can be integrated into our professional lives. Setting up a holographic office is no longer a far-fetched idea. It's a reality that can leverage the power of holographic telepresence and interactive displays to enhance collaboration, creativity, and productivity. Imagine being able to attend meetings and work alongside colleagues as if you were in the same room, even if you're miles apart. Or having access to holographic data and models that you can manipulate and analyze in real time. The possibilities are vast, and the potential for innovation is truly remarkable. As we've seen, holographic displays are not just a novelty or a gimmick. They're a transformative technology that's reshaping industries from entertainment and healthcare to education and retail. And as we continue to push the boundaries of what's possible, I have no doubt that we'll see even more groundbreaking applications emerge in the years to come.
That's a great point, Bob. It's an exciting time for holographic technology, and I can't wait to see how it continues to evolve and impact our lives.
Absolutely, Sofan. And you know what's really incredible is that we're just scratching the surface of what's possible with holographic displays. As the technology advances and becomes more accessible, we'll likely see even more innovative and transformative applications emerge across various sectors. It's not hard to imagine a future where holographic displays are as ubiquitous as smartphones are today, a world where we interact with holographic interfaces as naturally as we do with physical objects. where we learn, work, and play in immersive, three-dimensional environments that blur the lines between the digital and the real. And as we've discussed, the potential benefits are immense. From enhancing education and healthcare to transforming entertainment and retail, holographic displays have the power to improve our lives in countless ways. They can make information more accessible, experiences more engaging, and interactions more meaningful. Of course, as with any new technology, there will be challenges and ethical considerations to navigate. Privacy, security, and the potential for misuse are all issues that we'll need to address as holographic displays become more prevalent. But I believe that with responsible development and thoughtful regulation, we can harness the power of this technology for the greater good. So, Srinidhi, I hope this deep dive into the transformative applications of holographic displays has given you a glimpse into the incredible potential of this technology. From the awe-inspiring experiences of the hologram zoo to the life-saving applications in healthcare, the future is looking brighter and more immersive than ever before.
Wow, Bob, that was a fascinating exploration of the many ways holographic displays are transforming industries and shaping our future. Thank you for sharing your insights and expertise with us today.
It's my pleasure, Sofan. I'm always excited to discuss the latest advancements in technology and how they're impacting our world. And of course, a big thank you to our listener, Srinidhi, for joining us on this journey. I hope you found this episode as captivating and informative as I did.
Absolutely. And with that, we come to the end of our podcast episode on the transformative applications of holographic displays. Thank you so much for tuning in, Srinidhi. If you enjoyed this episode and found it valuable, we'd be thrilled if you could share it with a friend who might also be interested in this fascinating topic.
Yes, your support means the world to us, and we appreciate you taking the time to listen and engage with our content. Until next time, this is Bob and Sofan signing off. Stay curious, stay innovative, and keep exploring the exciting world of technology. So, Srinidhi, let's talk about the practical side of bringing holographic technology into your workspace. Setting up a holographic office requires a combination of specialized equipment and software. First and foremost, you'll need Azure Connect cameras. These cameras are specifically designed for capturing high-quality 3D data, which is essential for creating realistic holograms. They offer features like wide-angle lenses, time-of-flight depth sensing, and high-resolution color imaging, making them ideal for holographic applications. The number of cameras you'll need depends on the level of immersion you want to achieve. A 5-camera setup provides a full 360-degree capture, while a 3-camera setup is suitable for a more frontal-focused experience. Of course, you'll also need a powerful computer to process all that data, along with the necessary cables and accessories to keep everything connected and running smoothly. Now, when it comes to software, Unity is the go-to platform for creating holographic environments. It's a versatile game engine that's been widely adopted for AR and VR development. Unity offers a rich set of tools and features specifically tailored for holographic applications, making it easier to create interactive and immersive experiences. You'll also want to leverage DepthKit Studio, a plugin that integrates seamlessly with Unity to handle the capture, processing, and rendering of volumetric video data from the Azure Connect cameras. One of the key advantages of DepthKit Studio is its ability to create realistic avatars from the captured data. This is crucial for holographic telepresence, where you want to create a sense of presence and connection with remote participants. By using DepthKit Studio in combination with Unity, you can create lifelike representations of people in a shared holographic space, enabling more natural and engaging interactions. But the real magic happens when you start exploring the applications of holographic telepresence in the workplace. Imagine being able to collaborate with colleagues from around the world as if you were all in the same room, without the need for travel. You could have virtual meetings where everyone's avatar is seated around a shared holographic table, interacting with 3D models and data in real time. It's a whole new level of remote collaboration that goes beyond traditional video conferencing. And it's not just about meetings. Holographic telepresence can transform the way we deliver presentations, conduct training sessions, and even provide remote assistance. For example, a holographic expert could guide a technician through a complex repair process, pointing out specific components and demonstrating techniques in 3D space. It's like having a virtual mentor right by your side, no matter where you are. Of course, as with any emerging technology, there are challenges to overcome. Bandwidth and latency can be issues when dealing with the massive amounts of data required for holographic telepresence. And there's still work to be done in terms of making the technology more accessible and user-friendly. But the potential benefits are enormous, from increased productivity and collaboration to reduced travel costs and carbon footprint. As holographic display technology continues to advance, we can expect to see even more impressive applications in the workplace. Advancements in light field displays and spatial light modulators are enabling higher resolution and more realistic holograms. And the integration of artificial intelligence is opening up new possibilities for personalized and adaptive holographic experiences. So, whether you're setting up a dedicated holographic meeting room or integrating holographic technology into your existing workspace, the future of work is looking more immersive and collaborative than ever before. And as more companies adopt these technologies, we can expect to see a significant shift in how we think about remote work and digital collaboration. All right, Srinidhi, let's take a moment to reflect on the key takeaways from our deep dive into the world of holographic displays. Throughout this episode, we've explored the fundamentals of the technology, the cutting-edge advancements that are pushing the boundaries of what's possible, and the transformative applications across various industries. We started by understanding the basic principles behind holographic displays, how they use light diffraction to create three-dimensional images, and the fascinating history of the technology. This foundation is crucial for appreciating the incredible progress that's been made in recent years. We then looked at some of the groundbreaking advancements in holographic technology, like the development of microlenses that enhance the depth of field and viewing angle of holograms. We also explored how artificial intelligence is being integrated into holographic systems to create more interactive and personalized experiences. But perhaps the most exciting part of our discussion was the transformative potential of holographic displays across different industries. From entertainment and gaming to healthcare and education, the use cases are vast and varied. We saw how holograms are being used to create immersive experiences, improve medical training and diagnostics, and revolutionize the way we learn and collaborate. And of course, we couldn't talk about the future of holographic displays without diving into the practical aspects of setting up a holographic office. By leveraging specialized equipment like Azure Connect cameras and software like Unity and DepthKit Studio, we can create shared holographic spaces that enable remote collaboration and telepresence like never before. But here's the thing. The potential of holographic displays goes far beyond any single application or industry. It's about fundamentally changing the way we interact with digital content and with each other. It's about blurring the lines between the physical and the virtual, creating experiences that are more immersive, more engaging, and more impactful. As we look to the future, it's clear that holographic technology will play an increasingly important role in shaping our world. From transforming the way we work and learn to revolutionizing entertainment and communication, the possibilities are truly endless. And as researchers and innovators continue to push the boundaries of what's possible, I have no doubt that we'll see even more incredible breakthroughs in the years to come.
Wow, Bob, that was a fascinating journey through the world of holographic displays. I'm sure Srinidhi has gained a whole new appreciation for the technology and its potential impact.
Absolutely, Sofan. And Srinidhi, I want to thank you for being such an engaged and curious listener throughout this episode. Your interest and enthusiasm are what make these conversations so rewarding for us. If you found this discussion valuable, we'd be thrilled if you could share it with someone who might also be fascinated by the incredible potential of holographic technology. And with that, we come to the end of our exploration of holographic displays. Thank you again, Srinidhi, for joining us on this intellectual adventure. Remember, the future is full of endless possibilities, and it's up to all of us to shape it. So keep learning, keep exploring, and keep dreaming big.